There I was, standing in the parking lot of life, facing a terribly difficult decision. Oh, whatever shall I do with my cart? I suppose I could take it all the way back inside. Oh, busy and very important, might I mention, and it's not exactly my job. Someone else can do it, although it doesn't appear anyone's actually watching. What? Are you horrified? As if you've never done the dump and run yourself? What do you do with your cart, young man? How about you? Oh, you're a cart putter-awayer, aren't you? I can tell. And you feel strongly about that. Is there anyone else in this room who feels strongly about this subject? I would expect that from a TED crowd. I have been dazzled by the passion that people have about shopping carts, particularly other people's carts. You know the one where they leave it in the one open spot in the lot, 3 feet from the rack, as if they couldn't just get it in the rack that right there. Are you outraged? Are you in disbelief? Do you feel a vigilance coming on? Good, because that is exactly the collective emotion I want to harness and unleash beyond the parking lot and into society. It is my belief that what's happening here in the parking lot of life actually reflects social engagement, or the lack thereof. In short, ladies and gentlemen, social transformation starts with your cart. Because how we do some things is how we do all things. And frankly, we could do better at most things. Now, when I'm not out dancing with shopping carts, I can be found working to transform communities, one shopping cart at a time, one business at a time, one relationship at a time. And today, we talk about the cart. Thank you, Sam. Right on cue. Speaking of committed individuals and volunteers, can we celebrate our TED volunteers who have put this together for us? Can you imagine living and working in a community that was equally passionate about their carts as they were about voting, volunteering? How about our planet, our food source? Heck, let's get passionate about the work we do and the people we do it with. And as for all of you, I have come here today to challenge you about your shopping cart behavior, as a reminder that even your micro actions have significant impact on the people and the world around you. It is in our connections to one another that we ultimately weave the tapestry of society. And I have been researching this subject for years and years, deep analysis, most of which has happened in the parking lot of my local grocery store. And what I have come to find is that there are 4 primary syndromes of the shopping cart that are haunting our society. I give you syndrome number 1. I'm too busy. No, I mean, really, I am. Just ask me, I'll be sure to tell you, along with a whole lot of other people in this room. Haven't we gotten so busy? Busy. Oh my goodness. It's like it's become our badge of honor. We attach our self-worth and our importance to our busyness. My fear is that it's also starting to become one big fat excuse to disengage and disconnect. I will remind all of us, busyness is not effectiveness. So recently I was standing in the parking lot with my kiddos, and I suggested to them the radical notion that we might take our cart all the way back into the store. Oh, Mama, do we have to? That's gonna take forever. Really? So we timed ourselves. 37 seconds, round trip. I challenge you to think about how often you get sucked into the busy drama and how often you miss the 37 seconds to mindfully connect with the people and the world around you. No more excuses. Certainly not that one. Syndrome number 2. Well, everyone else does it. Does what? This? The graveyard of shopping carts? You know what? You're right. Because as soon as one person does this, everybody else starts to do it. Because behavior is contagious. And now suddenly one cart is establishing the social norm. Don't let it be yours. So let's clean up the parking lot, shall we? Is this a little better? They're in the rack. It's sloppy. When I work with my business clients, we refer to this as the good enough syndrome. And I remind them that mediocrity breeds mediocrity, and excellence attracts excellence. So what if we had a collection of people who were committed to excellence? What if we just had one person committed to excellence? And now suddenly you find yourself standing in this parking lot. What are you more likely to do with your cart? The same, because behavior is contagious. What are you spreading? Syndrome number 3. It's not like anyone's watching. You're right again. There is no shopping cart police out patrolling the parking lot, handing out citations, although you'd probably like that. As a dear mentor of mine regularly reminds me, Karen, it's what we do when no one is watching that most defines our character. Enough said. Syndrome number 4. The ever popular, not my job. You know, the last time I went searching, I could not find a comprehensive job description for life, which makes it exceedingly convenient for me to identify all the things that are not my job. You know, someone else will do it. Someone else can pick up that litter. Someone else will volunteer. Someone else can vote. You know, somebody else really ought to do something about that. Who is this somebody else? Evidently, they have a lot to do. Is it you? Oh, it's you. And you. And me. Rest assured, everything I am sharing with you today, I also need to hear. I don't get it right. But I have come to realize that we are somebody else to each other. Do you care about the planet? What is your job description? What are you committed to? If you care about the planet, pick up the litter. Do you want world peace? Well, then let that other car merge into traffic in front of you. Do you care about safe and friendly neighborhoods? Then take someone else's cart back in with you. How about that elder or that manic parent who is indeed looking for somebody else? They're looking for you. So as we contemplate and examine these shopping cart syndromes, we begin to realize that they are really a reflection of the syndromes of society. And this narrative echoes throughout all parts of our personal and professional life. And I certainly hope that our conversation today also continues to echo and haunt you every time you're standing in a parking lot. Every time you are faced with a micro moment in which you get to choose how you want to impact the world and the people around you. You count. So make it count. I want to do more than spread this idea. I actually want to start a movement. I want to start a shopping cart movement, if you will. And now, if you'll excuse me, I got to put my cart back.